What's up, guys? You know who it is. It's Cuffy here, bringing you a how-to video on how to make your classes for Black Ops 3 competitive. So far, I've just been playing competitive on Black Ops 3 for however long it's been out, which is about 6 days. So obviously, what I have to say is before any nerfs, buffs, anything like that. But that being said, this is the most efficient things that I've found to work the best for me. So here they are. We'll just start off with create a class, then I'll go to specialist and talk about that, and then I'll go to some score streaks and talk about that. So for create a class, my first class that I use is the Cuda. I'm mostly an SMG player, a submachine gun player, but obviously you'll see later in the classes that I do use the AR sometimes. This class that you're looking at right now is only for respawn. This is because I just played a GB and a 4v4 uplink, hardpoint, and search and destroy, and I had them on for that, and I just haven't changed them yet. So the Cuda, I run the quick draw and grip. The reason I run quick draw and grip is because if you guys remember Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2, a lot of the pros, a very popular gun with attachments was MSMC, quick draw, and long barrel. I tried using quick draw and long barrel on the Cuda, but it didn't really work that well for me just because I didn't feel like I had as much control over the gun as I should have, and I couldn't get those kills long range, and not even long range, more like a mid range. But with the quick draw and grip, you're able to get those kills at a decent range and still get them up close. That's why I have quick draw. I can pull up my gun faster, kill them faster, and it's pretty easy to clear out buildings. It's a lot easier to clear out buildings with quick draw because you don't have to pre-aim everything. You can walk around, then pre-aim at the last second because you can pre-aim a lot faster. So that's why I have that. I found the Cuda to be one of the best SMGs, if not the best SMG. For me, I love the Cuda. I love the SMG. I think it's the best one that is in the game right now, but that's just for me. Again, everyone has their own preference. As you guys can see, my paint job on the right, the black and red stripes, like that. So, alright, let's go down to lethals and tacticals. Obviously, this is for respawn. I'll tell you about search right after I tell you about respawn. But so, for respawn, I use frags and trophy systems. I use trophy systems because I'm an objective player. I get in the hill, and I use those to guard me while I'm in the hill. But I used the frag because I really haven't seen anyone use Simtex, and I was a big Simtex dude in Advanced Warfare, but in this game, I just haven't really fallen in love with the Simtex like I did in Advanced Warfare. Now, if I'm playing Search, then I always use the Concussion or the Flashbang. The difference with the Concussion and the Flashbang is, as you can read in the description, Concussion disorients enemies and slows movement, but they can still see you. So if a lot of them see you while they're concussion, they'll just randomly shoot and they'll try to kill you, and I've gotten killed multiple times just because they've done that. Flashbang, it blinds them, so it helps you get out of situations faster and easier. So that's why I use that. That's why I mostly use the flashbang in search. It just gets me out of tough situations, and I'd use probably the concussion more in respawn because it can slow their movements down, and you have a lot more movement, and you don't have one kill to get it right. You can, or one death to get it right. You can obviously stun, jump up, things like that, things that you can't do in search. So that's why I'd run the flashbang in search. Now this is respawn perks for perk 1, flak jacket, perk 2, fast hands, perk 3, tactical mask. I don't think that blast pressure is needed for respawn, but that's just me. If you guys feel like you need that, then totally get it. But I don't think that the minimap is as OP as it was in Advanced Warfare when you XO up. I don't think it shows a giant red ring around you for 10 seconds. So for that reason, these are my 3 perks for respawn. Also, fast hands, a lot of people might think it's not useful because I know in Black Ops 2 it really wasn't that useful. But if you read the description, it says aim faster after sprinting, and that's really useful. I used to always run dexterity in Black Ops 2, which is basically that. It aims faster after sprinting. You can climb over things faster, but I find that really useful. But for search, I would run Blast Presser, Perk 3 Greed, and Dead Silence. And that's just, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. They can't hear me when I exo that well. Obviously, if they're right next to me, they'd be able to hear me. But for the most part, they can't really hear me, and there's no mini-map. It doesn't show up on the mini-map when I do exo or thrust jump or whatever. Also, Dead Silence, that's pretty obvious. I can move around the map silently and quickly without them hearing me. And I know in this game, hearing is a big thing. So, next gun I use is the VMP. Now, do I use this a lot? Not really. This is more of a test class because I've been told that it's a really good gun. Is it bad? No. I have really no complaints about it except it's bad long range just because the fire rate is so high. I don't know if you can see it right there. As you see, the fire rate is really, really high compared to everything else. And that's probably the biggest issue on that. But if you do use this gun, I would use grip, long barrel, and quick draw. Grip will keep the gun focused or keep it as controlled as possible, while quick draw and long barrel will give you distance, and quick draw will give you the same thing that I told you with the CUDA about you can cross those corners faster, you can aim down sight, it'll take you less time to clear out buildings, things like that. But as you go down, again, this is my respawn class. Again, I didn't really notice anything good about the Simtex, so you can use the frag, that way I can bounce it off things like that. And again, flashbang for search, same thing with the concussion, same thing as the CUDA, and all the perks are the same. One thing I did forget to say with the first class, though, is Flak Jacket is most likely the best thing in Perk 1. And if you don't use Flak Jacket, then you just should not use anything in Perk 1. As you see, Afterburner thrusters have a faster recharge rate. I don't think that thrusters have a bad recharge rate anyways, and I have never died because of my recharge rate of my thruster. So, obviously, I don't find that very useful. Blind Eye, I don't think this is banned, but, I mean, let's just be honest. Who's going to get an aircraft weapon system in a competitive match or a GB? Really nobody, unless they're just destroying you. And at that point, Blind Eye won't really matter anyways. So, Overclock, earn your specialist weapon or specialist ability faster. If you're... I think that later in this game, it's going to get to the point where you're going to have a person on your team who, like, their whole job is to get score streaks or specialists. Maybe not, maybe. I think, I don't know. But, I mean, obviously that's pretty much all that's used for, and it wastes a slot. I don't find it that useful anyways. Ghost is banned in competitive, and Sixth Sense is also banned in competitive. So that leaves these four, and like I said, these three are kind of useless. Flak Jacket really helps, so... I don't think I've ever killed somebody with a nade who has Flak Jacket on, even if it's on them, really. So, I think that's really good. So, let's go to my next class. Next class is another CUDA. This was also a very trial and error class. I added rapid fire to it, and I did notice that it kills very quickly, but it cannot kill long range like my first CUDA does. So, this might stay as just a respawn class because... I can get those kills up in hill while I'm guarding hill a lot faster than somebody else would. So I think I'm going to keep this as a respawn class, but obviously you can see that all the perks are the same and tactical and lethal are basically the same as my first CUDA before I changed it. And also new paint job on this one, pink flames and a black background. It looks really nice in my opinion, but anyways, let's go to the next one. This is my M8 class. So, before we even talk about the M8, let me talk about the secondary weapon, the LCAR-9. The LCAR-9 is like the Cap 40 in Black Ops 2. And let me just tell you, the LCAR-9 is a beast. If you have an extra slot on a class, put the LCAR-9 on there. If it's an AR. For a sub, I wouldn't really do that. But for an AR, wow. The LCAR-9 is very, very good. It kills fast. You can move around with it just like a sub. Obviously, it doesn't have the range of a sub. But, I mean, if you're close enough, if you're clearing out a building, don't pull out your M8. Pull out your LCAR-9, hold that, pre-aim everything with that, and you're going to end up in a lot better scenario. Okay, so now to the M8. The M8, I run Reflex. A lot of people are running the ELO. A lot of people are running the BOA, things like that. Now, I don't know why it says that. Okay, all right, there we go. So, a lot of people are running the ELO. I know that my dubs partner said that it makes it feel more like a sub with the movement. I'm not quite sure, but Then you have the boa. The boa's pretty good too. But anyways, those are the 3 that I would use. The thermal, not really. I haven't really noticed that the thermal's very good. I tried it with the Man of War. It didn't really work that well for me. So I would either run the Elo, the boa, or the reflex on your M8. For the attachments, I just run quick draw and stock. I don't find grip necessary with an M8 just because I don't think 3-round burst guns really need it. If it really bothers you, obviously run the grip, make your shot really well, get your shot down. But if not, then just keep it with quick draw and stock. They're a lot easier to handle. And as you can see, I'm just going to go through a few that I would definitely not use on this class. High caliber I wouldn't use just because I feel like it's a wasted attachment. Headshots do increase damage, but the chance of you getting a headshot is slim to none. I mean, that's a rare chance, unless you are specifically going for headshots or something like that. I don't know. I just don't find that very useful. I don't think it's worth taking up an attachment where you could run quick draw, stock, or even grip, or even extended mags. I mean, I just think that's a lot better than the high caliber. Now, with grip, again, like I said, you can use it if it really, really bothers you, but it doesn't, I don't think it affects it that much. Suppressors are never good in competitive, to be honest. When you shoot, they know where you are. I mean, if you're playing a good team, you're not going to try and hide yourself with a suppressor. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. And actually, when people join games with me and my dubs partner, when they do have suppressors, we kind of look at them as a joke because if you've been playing competitive for a while, you know suppressors are kind of useless. So then laser sight, again, if you're running the LCAR 9, you won't need the laser sight. Laser sight's only for hip fire, and you won't need the laser sight if you're running the LCAR 9 to get close range gunfights. Extended mag, I don't think that's useful just because I think the M8 doesn't have a long reload time. I don't think it has a low amount of bullets in the clip, so I don't find extended mags to be useful. Fast mags, also same thing. Don't think it takes that long to reload. Don't think that ammo clip is a big deal. FMJ, in Black Ops 2, I used FMJ on my M8 sometimes. It could be good. I have not used it yet, but that is something to look into. Long barrel, again, this is a new attachment coming in Black Ops 3, and again, this could be really useful. I've never tried it before, but again, I really like quick draw and stock, and I'm not willing to take down my LCAR 9 for long barrel. Same thing with rapid fire. This is a 3-round burst gun or a 4-round burst gun, and it's not worth the rapid fire. I put the rapid fire in the XR2, which, if you guys don't know which gun it is, that is the first 3-round burst gun you get. And it was pretty good, but the problem with the XR2 is that if you miss a bullet, you're going to die because it takes all 3 bullets in the auto round, or in the burst to kill the person. And so if you miss a bullet, you're going to have to take a whole nother burst into them, and that's going to be hard to do because it shoots really slow in between bursts. So as you can see, perks are the same, and that is again for search. This is my overkill class, CUDA, same CUDA that I use mostly, and then this one is just the locus with ballistics. I like that so I don't have to hold down left stick the whole time to keep a good sight on it. That's always what I used to run on the DSR, so I ran that on my locus. So for tactical, flashbang, and the same perks except without blast presser because I don't have enough slots. But that is that. Now let's move on to our specialist character. So for GB variant, Psychosis is banned. Or no, for GB variant, Psychosis is allowed. But for UMG variant, it is actually banned. I really like Psychosis in GB variant. I think it is the best specialist you can get. It confuses people. I mean, they don't know what to do. Psychosis is really, really good. The next one that I've seen a lot of people use is the War Machine. That is another really good one that people have been using. Glitch, I find Glitch to be really useful in Search and Destroy when you can just plant and zoom back. I think that's very useful, and obviously that's banned. And Overdrive, I've seen a lot, just trying to get to a situation or a place a lot faster than you do with any other specialist character. And also, it's not like you run in Advanced Warfare. It's not like the Overdrive in Advanced Warfare. I mean, you are flying when you're in Overdrive. And so that is also very useful. For score streaks, these are my score streaks I run for respawn. For search, I would probably take off that, run HTXD, and take off that, and run that. The reason I would take that is because these are banned, and I'm just trying to get as many score streaks as possible before the end of the game. And these are the cheapest, most effective score streaks there. Dart is hard to control. Very, very hard to control, and that's why I don't really like that one. But Guardian, you can set that down to watch a bomb for you. Lightning Strike, you can use that to see the enemy's position and to just clear out an enemy from one area or one bomb and get bomb down there. So that'll be it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any more questions about any class I use, any gun I use, or any gun I like, or any specialist or anything. Let me know if you guys have a question. But I think that'll be it for now, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, and thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment, like the video. If you didn't like it, comment below, you know, because this isn't my channel, this is our channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.